Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video, I want to go over some of these new changes to the game with some of these different characters and some of these different counters that we've already had in the past to these GLs, these non-GL counters to Galactic Legends. And also, I want to go over a pretty big part of this video, the Executor, and how that guy is now super OP. I'm not talking just like before he was like pretty dang good. No, now, even if you have like a 4 or 5 star version, this guy is so overpowered. 7-star versions are like pretty ridiculous. And in my testing, the last 2 days worth of testing, this video should be out on a Saturday. I have yet to beat a 7-star Executor in my fleet. Not even coming close, not even with Rebels, not even with Malevolence, not even in a mirror match with my 4-star. Pretty much everything is a no-go. And that's versus a 7-star. So we'll talk about that down the line. But I first want to go and show you the JKR JKL counter to Kylo. It still works. For the moment, it still does. So this is from, I just typed in JKR JKL Kylo, and I changed the settings, or the filter, to the last day. So this is like the only one I really have seen that I've been able to show. Nobody in my arena runs it anymore, so I can't test. But I have tested actually versus a variant with Night Sisters and Wat, and it works just fine. So this one, it works pretty much the exact same as it has before. The only difference is, you know, how Luke's defense, it doesn't really ignore defense as much or at all. So you don't deal as big of damage anymore. So that's why, in my opinion, if you wanted to run this team on defense like a 5v5 GAC or TW, people might be changing how they mod some of these different characters. For instance, 70k there on a Kylo usually kills him before the changes, but it does not now. Right there, we kill the Sith Trooper, but usually you don't mod a Sith Trooper for those tanky mods, those defensive mods. But like, what if you were fighting somebody who did have those mods on a Sith Trooper, the guy that you really want to die, or really want to have die, so that way you can like attack Kylo easier? And what if you can't kill him because he's modded that way? Yeah, we do like some big hits, like just one-shot him, but what if he didn't die there to that one-shot, and he's still alive? That is an issue. So I'm guessing from right now, with how people usually mod this Kylo team on GAC defense or TW, it's still gonna win. But if people want to go and they decide they want to go down the route of remodding their Sith Trooper, or heck, even their GL Kylo in a defensive matter, then I don't see this counter working very well. Also, the basic doesn't do much damage, neither does his big his first special, but his repulse does do some big damage. Right here, this guy could have used it, but I'm guessing he didn't want to like time out, or he didn't want to like hit this guy out of his climb. But right here, I've actually done it myself versus my testing of the Night Sister variant. I had a Kylo without having the advantage, because if you have advantage on Kylo, you can't crit him, right? But you didn't have advantage when I was testing it. I had the Jedi's Will, and I had the offense up from Bastila with, I think, crit damage up. And it took a Kylo from full health and half protection all the way down to the red. So yeah, I pretty much just took the Kylo from nearly full everything to down in the red. And I think that's pretty significant of a change to how this repulse works. So just coming back in the game, kind of going to show you guys what it really does and what it looks like for the repulse. It does, I mean, pretty much is like 3 basic attacks all in one, because I did change his kit and how it kind of works against these raid bosses, aka GLs now. Mine's only Relic 7, and it was doing some big damage. So repulse right now, it says, yeah, it's going to stun and still inflict vulnerable, right? And they can still lose some of these nice bonuses, the health and protection. But the big thing here, the new change, is that it deals physical damage to target enemy it does, let me reread this. Deal physical damage to target enemy 3 times and inflict vulnerable for 2 turns. That's the right way to say that. So it does pretty much 3 basics, if you want to just think of it that way. So pretty nice. I think that's a really nice change to the Luke. I would love to do some tests with this team, with JKR, JKL, maybe some different variants to counter maybe some Rays. I know that Gas got nerfed big time with how he usually has been played out in the past versus GLs, with increasing cooldowns and lowering their max health, right? But it would be interesting to still see how that might work against a GL, because this hit right here, the repulse, does some pretty nice damage, guys. It does some very big damage, and I would just love to see if it could work versus other GLs like a Ray, maybe during maybe versus these newly modded Kylos. I don't know. Probably not against Kenobis, but I would just like to see against different GLs pretty much. So Luke still works in that counter very nicely. I don't really see the Luke nuke rather, against a Rey working that much, just because of Gas and Vader pretty much, guys, they're a no-go anymore versus these GLs with how they kind of got changed up. And even more so with the fact that they actually changed and rather nerfed Wat Tambor and Thrawn. If you guys did not know, Thrawn's fractured, it still does fracture GLs, but they just pretty much get lowered speed, so they can eventually take a turn from the fracture instead of the fracture holding them until Thrawn's next turn, which is what you needed in the past to have Vader's Culling Blade even work. But even if fracture worked, and let's say it was like how it was before the changes, this still wouldn't really work against Rey's, or maybe any GLs to that matter, because of Vader's Culling Blade. You would have to get so many debuffs, even more so than you had in the past, to even really get close to one-shotting a GL. So imagine, let's say in the past you needed like 5 to maybe 8 debuffs to like one-shot a Rey. Well, now you need to have like 8 to 10 plus debuffs to even get close to one-shotting, and that's only getting close. So yeah, really pretty much Culling Blade got pretty a big nerf, and that's why it's not going to be working against GLs anymore. But the basic actually does a lot more damage in the past, which is a nice kind of a change. I'm not sure if it kind of evens out the playing field with the damage, but I've been seeing in some tests versus Darth Revan, because Darth Revan counter to or Vader counter to a Darth Revan still is gonna work still, right? But it's just very fun to see a basic dealing like 150k almost, and the Blade's not doing anything near that anymore. It's just kind of funny. So maybe kind of evens out the playing field, and we can see some different kind of things here. I'm just saying right now, I mean, if you guys haven't seen many footage out there of Vader or Gas, they're totally different characters in my opinion with how they're being played out. Same thing with Wat Tambor. Those three are the biggest three with how they're being played right now. I guess maybe if you want to add in Thrawn in that list. Wat Tambor, though, let's talk about him for a second. His weapon tech is, there's no way this is even a weapon tech anymore. Yeah, you gain a turn meter, and you can't, or rather, you when you kill somebody, they can't be revived. But pretty much the big thing here, as to why this tech was so good, was the defense, ignoring the defense, and that's now no longer even there. Yeah, you can still have this nice tank tech, the shield, and the med pack. But guys, if you're not using Wat with Vader anymore, I would just throw him in with the Grievous and the Separatist teams on defense, because that is still a very strong defensive team if you throw in Wat. It stops some Night Sisters, and it stops some other counters as well. So that's a nice little counter there, or another team there for defense if you want to. Or if you want to just play it simple, go throw him in with like a GL Emperor. That's probably going to be just fine as well. But yeah, Wat Tambor counters 2 GLs with non-GLs are a no-go anymore, but toss them in with some either Separatists, maybe some different fun teams for offenses, or just keep him with the Emperor. Maybe most people do that anyways, right? All right, so then that's that. The last thing I want to talk about is the Executor, and this is going to be wrapping up the video for today, is talking about this guy. I've talked about this guy's fleet and ship for a long time. I've done like the last 3 to 4 videos just talking about him and some of the other things with this kit and counters to this team and what the best fleet is in my opinion. But now everything just kind of got like a flip to the switch. It was like a little bit of a 180 all the way around the table. So the biggest change they just had happen here, if I can find it, I think it's right here. Tank allies take 50% reduced damage from out of turn attacks. That is number 1. Number 2, this second one, number 2, is probably to do more so in mirror matches, or I guess probably just say it outright in every single counter out there to this fleet, and which is on the first special, the mass assist. Pretty much this now will guarantee the bounty hunters 2 mass assist, but if they have breach, they deal a bit more damage if you have it maxed out. So previously you didn't have to, or rather you had to have breach for the mass assist, but now you have to, rather you don't have to have breach to do the mass assist, but the breach, if it's there, it deals more damage. So even if you don't even have a 7-star and you're using this fleet still, and you're fighting maybe a team that's not a non-7-star Executor on defense, this mass assist can still possibly one-shot somebody. It just all depends on how high relic the Razor Crest is, extending to blood, Houndstooth even. It's just as scary, guys. This fleet right now, if you have it and your opponent doesn't, this is like almost a guaranteed 2-shot, no matter what. So to prove my point, let's go ahead and test this out. I'll do a couple tests If you guys haven't seen what it looks like now, I guess I'll show you. I'll do one test with what I have been using in the past, which was Rebels. And then I'll use a mirror match to show you guys what a mirror match looks like. And keep in mind, this is only a 5-star we're fighting right now. So what I usually use in the past was the Y-Wing with Biggs as a reinforcement and then these few guys. I guess I can toss in a Wedge as well. But here we go. I even kind of, probably a stupid idea of mine or a stupid investment, but I did get Biston and SRP to relics to hopefully counter this. But honestly, they were kind of relicked for killing rather the Negotiator. So here we go. First things first, this is an IG 2000, probably not the strongest one. The hardest ones, in my opinion, are the ones with Xanadu Blood in the starting lineup because those ones light you up. So here we go. Let's target, actually, let's target IG 88 here since we can. Okay, Houndstooth goes, and then they're going to have their fat mass assist here in a second. Let's just save the special because they're going to cleanse off Houndstooth anyways. And here we go. Oh my gosh, it's just big damage. I know we didn't have, or they didn't have Xanadu Blood. We kind of got lucky. If he was there, I think we might have lost him right there, but we got lucky. So we kind of survived the first volley. They have some more, wow, okay. They have some more extra hits coming in. We still have our big dispel with Y-Wing. Oh my gosh. And then Boba Fett comes in. Base, or his AoE. Not really an AoE right now, but you know what I mean. Let's bring in, I guess we could bring in, gosh. Let's just bring in Cassian right now. I'm just kind of trying to show you guys my best work here. It's probably going to be not even that close, but we'll see. We'll see how close we can come here. Ideally, I wanted that shield disruption right there, but we didn't get it. Let's go now, target back over to the IG-88. He's dead. All right, let's focus on Boba Fett next. Okay, no assist. Sad boy. All right, we got this now. Let's still save it for Houndstooth. Still save it. Get some more target locks. Maybe target lock him. Nice, nice. So yeah, I mean, maybe this is like the bad one to show because this is an IG 2000 on a 5-star Executor. Probably a bit easier to kill than the Xanadu Blood, right? I actually was meaning to show this being a loss, but it might actually turn out as a win. We'll have to see. But yeah, usually if it's Xanadu Blood, he has all of that extra, oh my gosh, I'm gonna win, damage that he deals based off of the max health with his breach, his mechanic with the breach on his unique. And that is why he is so scary. I'll have to try to find somebody who actually has Xanadu Blood to show you how strong it is. But at the moment, it's the best I got. So yeah, we probably will win here. Let's just get these guys out of the way. So I guess, you know, this goes to show you, if you have a non-5 or non-7-star Executor on defense, do not place IG2K. Always place Xanadu Blood because that is the scariest one to have to kill. So yeah, it's really a non-issue at this point. I would have I would have thought that we would have lost by now, but hey, we're still alive and kicking, baby. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, just pretty much if you have an Executor, don't place this team on defense. But now let's try to find somebody with, here we go, Mini Divas. This one, you'll see a night and day difference. A night and day difference. Watch this. So, here we go. Let's just show the first volley. This is versus Xanadu Blood. I would bet right now that my Y-Wing will die in the first mass assist from them. So here we go. Let's see. I like to hit Razor Crest, but that's going to feed him TM. So maybe we just hit up Houndstooth anyways. All right. Doesn't really do much. Oh, well. Target lock. Okay. And here we go. Here's the fun. Here's where the fun begins. Let's do a nice mass assist. Maybe bring it over here to... He hasn't taunted yet. So let's just maybe hit up Razor Crest, rather. About said Houndstooth. There is some nice damage. And then here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. This is not going to be fun. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's scary. And then they still have another mass assist. Oh, they have another extra assist from that guy. Ah, it just is so scary. We barely survived. We don't have their the target locks anymore, and they have their contract already. Oh my goodness. Let's bring in Cassian again. Cassian, let's see what you got, man. Call in my Falcon. Bad RNG with no target locks. That is awesome. And then he's probably getting contract soon. They can hit whoever they want now because I have the Y-Wing in here. Instead of Biggs, they can ignore the Y-Wing, which is not good. And they have, yep, this is, yep, okay, here's where the fun begins. Let's try to kill Boba Fett. Let's try to kill Boba Fett. No luck. They got breach. They got taunt back. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like now. Okay. See, you see how this works, guys. It's going to be a no-go if Executor Blood is in the starting lineup. This is how usually it looks for me. So, that's that. And then we'll do one more quick test here to wrap up the video. Mirror match. This is the next best thing that can possibly do some nice work. And even then, this is still a yikes. This is still a close match. So, I would say the best counter to Executor, if you're fighting one with Executor Blood in the starting lineup, would be a mirror match, and even then it's still sketchy. Very sketchy, to say the least. So they're going to cleanse off anything we do here, so it doesn't really matter. Keep in mind, it's only 5-star. If we're fighting a 7-star one, we lose off the starting volley. It's not even like there's no say in it. You just lose. It's like a I lose, instant lose kind of card being played. It's not even close. So here we go. Let's cleanse off our Houndstooth, I suppose. We want to try to get contract as fast as possible, but still, if they go, which they do first, because I only got a 4-star, it's just like they get so much quicker to their contracts, which leads them closer to their ultimate. And if they get ultimate off, if you guys have ever played a match like this, you know for a certainty of a fact that you will lose if they get the ultimate off before you do. So maybe in this one we get close, we win. But I'm telling you guys right now, if this was a 7-star maxed out fleet, we don't even stand a chance. So here we go. Counterattack, maybe get contract off before they do. That would be nice. Doesn't look like it though. Counter. Boba Fett, you are my lord and savior, I swear. In these fleets, guys, Boba Fett is so nice. All right, we can hit up on Razor Crest. We got a contract. That is nice. Seismic charge. Okay. They get a nice heal, cleanse rather. Let's do the same thing. Let's maybe heal up our Razor Crest. If he dies, this all kind of goes to crap. Here we go. Basic. All right. Let's come back over here, do a basic on the Mando. Basic again, and he's almost dead. Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay, we got our IG2K. Last reinforcement, our only reinforcement besides Boba Fett. And let's do basic. There we go. Oh my gosh. This is what it usually looks like in these lower star mirror matches, but I'm telling you, I've said it so many times in this video, if this was a 7-star, you lose off the rip. Off the rip, it's not even close. They got their contract, finally. And yeah, we're going to try to hammer down these guys. Probably should have used a special on the other, but whatever. It's all good. It's all Gucci. Maybe we kill off Boba Fett here. Which we do. Nice. All right. Guys, we win this one. So, we win, but is it consistent? In my opinion, probably not, because there's so much RNG, even in a mirror match. So, I'm going to stop it there. I don't want to hit this guy. Guys, this fleet is ridiculous. If you are anybody that has an Executor at 7-star, you will be staying in first place for a long time. These guys right here from, let's see, this Grand Moff guy, and then also Velvet Thunder. These two, or I guess 3 Master XL2. These 3 will be in the top ranks for a long time. I haven't come close with Malevolence, close with Rebels, versus these maxed out fleets. These fleets are on a different level. This is pretty much the meta in fleet now, so if you don't have one 7-star, I don't know what else to say besides getting your own at 7-star to counter in mirror matches. So guys, that's probably it. I think I went and spent too much time on the Executor. Probably did, but just know this, with everything else, changes to Vader are totally different. He is no longer the same character as he was before. Same with Gas, but Gas, in a certain way, he is better than he was before if you want to use him on defense, perhaps. And then, of course, you got Wat and Thrawn, totally different kind of uses now. And then we got Luke. Luke is definitely either the same or in some cases better than he was before. I'll let you guys decide that down below in the comments. And then last but not least is the Fleet Executor. That is totally different than it was before. And that wasn't even part of the changes to these new upcoming changes for characters. That was like an afterthought pretty much in Fleet. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like, share it around, and sub if you guys have not subbed yet. If you guys have any other videos you'd like me to go and do and cover about this game, or maybe about these changes and counters, let me know as well. But that's about it. Have a great day out there, guys, and until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out, and have a good one. See you guys.